Hey guys, welcome to the gameplay demo video of my game Project Imorah. Basically, I wanted to have a second video alongside the main one that was less scripted, so it can better showcase the game without it being under like the veil of super high editing. So basically, I'm just going to run through the level, repeating some of the mechanics that I went over in the main video, and showcase some of the ones that I just didn't cover because they're kind of minor. And also, as you might be able to tell by the different interface, this is a different build of the game. I've actually added some new stuff since then. And yeah, that's about it for the introduction. That's the only scripted part. Now we can get super awkward. So just starting from left to right, there's the wind currents, which I showed in the video, that you can run through, and that affects your movement speed, makes the grass go to the side. Very exciting starting point right now. Let's get over to this enemy over here. So this is a peat fiend, like grass and plant material guy wrapped up in mud. He's basically the equivalent of the rock monster that is destroyed with bombs, so we can't really attack him with... whoops. Why don't I have it equipped? Oh yeah, that just hurt me. So we can't really use the melee attacks or the range attacks on him, but as we showed in the video, it's a bomb. Oh, but we're in oil, so that's going to ignite that. I probably should have mentioned that sooner. That's oil. If you light a bomb in it, or you light it on fire, then it lights everything around it on fire. And even though this guy that I just killed, even though he normally doesn't take damage from fire, he will when it's in oil, because it's intense fire. Here's an imp. They're the basic enemies in the game. They just attack to the side, and they try to follow you around. They're kind of stupid. This basic variation, the pink ones, they can be attacked. Basically, you can interrupt their attack when they're winding up, and then kill them pretty easily. I didn't kill them in a very interesting way. I should probably ration these guys because I don't have a way to quickly respawn them, which I probably should have added before this, but oh well. Here's water. It's water. You know how it is. Okay, so now this was one of my favorite parts, but I didn't really show off in the video that much. This is the light speed staff. So basically, it allows you to transport through walls because it turns the character into light, so you can go through opaque objects. In this case, there's iron bars, and I think the more common thing that I'm going to add is glass structures you can go through. So yeah, you can't go through solid objects, obviously. And then, here, I'm just gonna... Oh wait, that guy's gonna knock those down. That drops items. Okay. Lots of things happening at once. Oh, he's gonna jump over that. Oh, yeah, he's gonna... Oh! That's fun. Yeah, I called it would happen. Okay, he's down. Have to look into that. Anyways, so lightspeed staff, right? So that it can't go through opaque objects, basically. I just wanted to show that. And it also costs mana quite a bit, actually. So this is the red variation of the imps. They're slightly tougher. That's not their final palette, final sprite palette, by the way. It's just me being stingy about recycling assets at the moment. So this guy here, what do you get for me? Come after me, jump over the boxes. So basically, his attacks cannot be interrupted while he's winding up. So if I shouldn't have spawned these boxes, I need to flat train to fight him. Come on, buddy. Come on. Basically, he's jumping around a lot. So basically, if he's winding up to attack, then I can't knock him back. I still deal damage to him, but I can't knock him away. So I have to, oops, that didn't work. Oh, I just died. I forgot I added that. That's okay, that was just going to restart at the start of the scene. Oh no, over here. I lied, I didn't start at the start of the scene when I started recording. So basically, the right way to attack this guy is from behind, so we like, wait to do that, then do that. Very fun. Oh, okay, I need to stop killing them the basic ways. I'm going to show off more items. So there's the fire spell that I show off in the video. Oh, and also, just to emphasize the point, on the UI, I'm using the scroll wheel to change between them, or I can use the number keys, and then middle clicking to use them. So this other spell is the poison spell, which I also showed off in the video. Poison doesn't do that much damage yet. I'm trying to balance it at the moment, because I need it to not do too much damage to the player, but it needs to actually be effective against enemies. Other item that wasn't in the video, Boomerang. It's much less powerful than using arrows, but you can use it an infinite amount of times. So that's fun. What are items? Okay, I'll cover more of those items later. Let's kill this guy. There's a slime. He has crazy health regen. That's basically all that they do. They just go back and forth. Their basic move is worthless. So now we're going to jump up here and cover some of the mechanics up here. So there's quite a bit of stuff. Here's NPCs. Basically, you can click to interact with them, and then that brings up a cutscene. This is a basic cutscene. I'm just gonna go through this real quick. But that text is relevant to the story, but we're not covering the story right now. So basically, when you get close to them, you just hit E, or whatever is bound as the interact button. For now, it's E, and then you talk to them. So this other structure. Oh wait, we'll hold off. Why not yet? Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so these are teleporter doors. I know they look like doors, obviously. This blue one will take us to a new scene. This one over here just takes us to another part of the same scene. So I'm gonna start with this one. And actually, I'm just going, and it takes us to a different scene, like in Unity, so it actually uses the save system and stuff. I'm just going to sort around my inventory a bit to show that it's actually saving it. Now we're over here. Inventory is the same. Our timer reset though. Let me fix that. And then we can use the door to come back. Okay. Oh, and also with regard to the timer, you might notice that they get out of sync a lot. Because the one on the top is the real world timer. The one on the bottom is the timer for in-game. Notice that it gets paused when you pause the game by going into your inventory, or by pausing it that way, or it paused when we went into a cutscene. Let's see, this, I'll get to this later. There's a better example of that later on. Okay. Oh, and then all the enemies respawn. Okay, cool. There's actually some more. I'm looking at my list of stuff I need to cover. Let me get my... Oh wait, no, I don't need that. That's right, it's not an item yet, but another item that will be in the game is poison bombs. And that poisons them, as you can imagine. Okay, so now we'll go over to the section. Those are some animation tests on the character. This is mostly the same stuff. There's some stuff like destroy, there's fire. We talked about fire in the video. I'll let myself in fire. Oh, and then we can talk about this. This is the bargain stone, this square thing. When I click it, it gets rid of status effects, which you might have noticed show up on the left side of the screen. Okay, now we can jump down here. We have moving platforms that move up and down. It moves the player around on them. That's more complicated than you'd think. There's no instance of that guy. We'll just ignore him. That blue sphere is a bounce flower, where if you notice the projectiles, that was lucky, it actually hits it and it hits projectiles up. So that's fun. These are serpent roots. They're just little plant guys that fire poison balls at you. And as you can, as I showed in the video, oops, where's my shield? There's my shield. The wrong button. And as I showed in the video, you can redirect them like that. Although it doesn't deal that much damage to them because they're resistant to poison. The best way is just to attack them with the bow and arrow. Okay, so here's ones that are on the ground. Basically, you should probably hide the health bar when they're asleep like this. Basically, if you attack them, or if you accidentally run into them, then they wake up and will start attacking them. You just stepped on them like crap, dude. Okay, now over here, I showed different breakable structures like the boxes and such. This is a special one because you can't break it with anything really, seemingly, except for fire. So that's going to be a way of blocking off a certain point in the game, where basically you can't go forward until you get the fire spell. Then that will ignite that, and then you can pass once you wait for the fire to go out. That's dangerous. So, oh, I'm on low health, please. I'm playing dangerously. I just added the death mechanic. It's a thing. Okay, so here's the bounce flower. You can also jump on it also, to allow for quicker vertical movement. Charged. Basically, everything I showed in the video has everything for it. You get charged, and if you jump, then you take damage, but as long as you stay on the ground, then you're fine. Also, if you fire arrows, while you are charged, then those will become charged arrows. Yeah, then those can charge enemies, which are over here. These guys I'm gonna kill real quick, because I don't want to deal with them. There's a spawn a bomb over there. And then we'll deal with this lady, except she's not supposed to be a lady. She's supposed to be like a smoke monster, but that's just a temporary sprite that I have for her. This is a floater enemy. So basically, they're basically ghosts that will go through terrain after you. But they're pretty easy to kill, you know. Just float around. Kill her. Okay. Here we have a switch for a door. Right now, you should hit a button to activate it, but for now, you just walk over it and that triggers it. The door can actually open in a couple different ways. Right now it's rotating. It can also slide down and just fade away. Yeah, there's different ways. We have ropes up here where you can destroy ropes. I only have 2 sets of ropes, but there's more than 2 ways to destroy them. Oh no. I can cut it with an arrow like that, and that'll break it, or I can light it on fire and that'll burn the whole thing down. I'm gonna carefully. Oh no, here, I'll light spin stack. Okay. And then, as you can see, we can swing around on it also. Okay, it swings around a bit, no, we can break it with melee attack. There's some gears, that's some basic stuff. Falling platforms, super basic stuff. Oh, here's the teleporter that goes back over here. This is in the same scene, so it doesn't have to save the game, it just teleports you. So now we're over here. Here's another cutscene to showcase. In this case, this is for like ones more important to the game, so that it just activates as soon as you walk into it. And then this also shows some different visual effects that I can add to it. Like I can make it fade in the middle of the scene. I can hide the panel. And make it automatically go along after a certain amount of time, basically making the player not have to click to go to the next slide. Fade out again. And then we have this system for it to branch with questions. So this is so cool. And then it reconnects to the same cutscene after branching. Okay, so now we have this door over here. There's no switch for this one, but we have this panel. We interact with this one. There we go. Sorry about the UI still being here. It shouldn't be here. This is a puzzle door. Where basically we have to solve this slider puzzle in order to open the door, rather than just getting a key and opening it, because that's boring. So we have these little pink squares. Oh, in case you haven't noticed, in the top left, I'm controlling that guy. That white pixel guy. That's our key that's going through this panel. So I can hit these yellow things. Not yellow things, pink things. I'm colorblind apparently. These pink switches which open these doors over here. And then our goal is to get to the yellow pixel over there. And then that'll unlock the door. How do we get through here? Well, very easily actually, because I know I designed this and I've been playtesting a lot, so I'm just going to go through it real quick. Okay, and then that opens the door. Okay, so what else? Okay, so we have some more fun stuff to do with bombs. And then I'll showcase the rest of the items, and then we should be good. I'm trying to keep this not too long in case you haven't noticed. I'm probably like already long for 15 to 20 minutes by now, probably. Here's some more water stuff. Arrows can't travel very far in the water. Oh, I can also drown. I don't think I mentioned that in the video. And bombs, they can't go very far either, so be careful of that. Let's see what else floats. The iron crates float also. Oh yeah, the iron crates, those can be electrocuted unlike the wooden crates, and also they can only be destroyed by bombs, if I could aim them. Oh, and also I didn't show up in the video, water can... Here, I'm just going to spawn like a little electric ball. Basically, water can become charged with electricity, and when you're standing in that kills you very fast. And, health potion, heal that. There's a moving platform going up and down. Wind current, we saw those again. Those can give you some jump height, as you can see. So we have this one over here, carefully dodging that. Here's another, here's some more rope, but here's a special platform hanging from it. So we can actually break this and fall. Oh my god, lava. That was close. I totally didn't know that was there. So yeah, this platform will float on lava. There's no way to really move it or anything, so it's kind of, you can just jump off of it. Lava is bad, as you can imagine. Lights you on fire if you go in there, and it doesn't kill you nearly as fast as it should yet, because I haven't worked on that in a while. But it will. It'll kill you very fast, unless you get like some crazy fire resistance. Here's a fire crystal. My original idea was to have lanterns that hang from ropes, and then you can break the ropes and they'll fall and break and light stuff on fire. But for now, it's just a fire gem that breaks into fire when you break it. If you drop it from high enough, it does the same thing. Here's another teleporter. Here's another. Oh yeah, here's giant pool of oil. So oil, it's basically just water, except it doesn't conduct electricity. I'm not sure if that's scientifically accurate, but we're gonna pretend. And then, so I lit it with a bomb before, so we'll light it with the fire spell now. And that lights it on fire. And that'll light me on fire. Ooh, it can kill me very fast. Use health potion. Or I might cheat. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat and get myself healed health regen real quick. Okay. So that's all the main mechanics. So I'm just gonna show off the rest of the items. This is another scene that we're going to. This is the beginning of the village where you can buy stuff. I know, it's very detailed so far. I know. Here's the magic guild that you can go into. I know, it's very detailed so far. Hello. Very detailed. I have 0 potions in that stack. Alright, that's interesting. We'll have to look into that. So a couple more stuff that you can do with items I want to show. When you have a bomb and you shoot it with an arrow, then that ignites it immediately. Let's see, this is the green potion. It's a stamina potion that regens your stamina. Blue one regens your mana. Simple. Okay, and then we should talk about runes real quick. This is a basic inventory system, by the way. I'm not going to go into detail about that. Some different runes that we have. Oh, these are combat runes. I need enemies to show these. Okay, we're gonna go back. Don't mind that I fall off the cliff there. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. I'm just gonna poison myself because I don't think I showed that before. Look, I'm poisoned. Go back real quick. That was clutch. Okay. And they should have respawned because we left the scene. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so different runes that we have. They're the ones that we showed in the video, the lifesteal and the special bow stuff, so we'll skip those. Aerial rune, this one's fun. Actually, I'm going to use it on the other guy. It's easier to use on this guy. Basically, when you have the aerial rune, it makes them go flying into the air. You can juggle them around. Super awesome combos there. Deactivate that. Tank rune, that gives us more health, reduces damage, that's simple. That's the light rune. Okay, so then we have the fire and electric runes. Basically, you can only have one activated at a time. So if we choose the fire one, then, whoops, mess that up, there we go. So basically, then there's a 50% chance that they'll get lit on fire when we attack them. Very complicated, I know. Very complicated. And then, actually, we'll wait for this guy to extinguish real quick. Actually, no, we'll just use it on the slime. The other rune that we have is the electrical one, and that charges them. Which doesn't actually do anything on its own, but if we combine it with the aerial rune, where'd it go? There it is. If we combine it with the aerial rune, then they'll take damage from being in the air, because they're not grounded, so the electricity, the current is broken, and damages them. Amazing. think that's about it for the game. That's all of the minor mechanics that have been in here also. Other than just like super minor stuff that is obvious, doesn't matter. I'm supposed to activate play around with that, but yeah, all the arrows. Alright, so yeah, that's Project Imorah so far. If you wanted a more refined, overarching explanation of what the game is, check out the other main video below. And yeah, thanks for watching and everything, and all your support. Plugs are in the description. I'm butchering this. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.